Greetings. I'm out here on Venice and Cadillac in the Los Angeles area near the Interstate 10 freeway, campaigning for the election of Bernie Sanders as President of the United States. As an elector candidate, it's my duty, in my opinion, to campaign for my presidential candidate, and so that's what I'm doing. There's a lot of cars going by, and I got my big sign here, which nicely is giving me a little bit of shade at this moment. It makes it a lot easier to see my telephone I'm using to record this video. The sun is blinding out here. Not a lot of pedestrians, but you know, get the opportunity to speak about about your candidate when the opportunity arises. And I would encourage other people to do this, whether they're supporting Bernie Sanders or supporting some other candidate, because it's supposed to be democracy. And sure, the United States has a really twisted system where the people vote for what looks like a president and vice president on the ballot, and what it's counted as is a vote for a slate of electors like myself, who then cast their vote in the Electoral College for the actual president and vice president that they've chosen to support. And that's pretty twisted. And then, of course, we have the primaries, which are not really an election at all, but rather a selection process by which private organizations called political parties decide, or supposedly use that information to decide who they are going to put on the ballot on behalf of the people. There are special laws that give them privileges over actual citizens. These private organizations have more rights than we do, and it's easy for them to put a candidate on the ballot. It's really hard for the people. Well, it depends on the state. It's really hard here in California. Some states, not so much. Look up what's required in your state. Get your candidate on the ballot. Now, a lot of people, might think, well, why would I say that when I'm supporting a specific candidate? And I'm saying, if you support a different one or the same one, either way, put your candidate on the ballot. Why would I want to split the vote in the general election? Well, this idea of splitting the vote is not democratic at all. We're supposed to have differences of opinion. This idea that we should all vote the same way so that we win, that's not how it works. If I disagree with you and I vote your way so that I win, I didn't win at all. If you disagree with me and you vote my way so that you win, you didn't win at all. If you vote for who you want and your candidate wins, then you won. If everybody votes for who they want and a good candidate wins, then everybody wins. So instead of voting for the lesser of two evils or not voting at all, I'm encouraging people to get out there and vote for whoever they think is best, regardless. And try to make sure that whoever they think is best will be a valid candidate in the actual election, what they call the general election here in the United States. And sure, if you can get a political party or two or three to nominate your candidate so that your candidate will be on the ballot in more states, great. Better yet, in the end, it's the Electoral College votes that matter, and if it ends up split several ways, the Congress decides, who will be president and who will be vice president based on the election results. They get to pick from, a few at the top. And that's not such a bad thing. If we have it split two or three ways between good candidates, that's better than one bad candidate outright winning, uncontested. I mean, consider this. If you have an election, say for example, somebody's running for mayor, and they've been mayor before, they're the incumbent, and people hate them, and they've been doing a terrible job. Is there any way for that candidate to lose under the current system? No. All they got to do is vote for themselves. They got one vote, they win. nobody else votes for them, they still win. Somebody over there cheering me on. Thank you. Any rate, yeah, so I got a lot to say, and I shouldn't try to put it all in one video, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one and go back to the active campaigning stuff. Get up off my walker and use my cane and walk around a little bit, hold my sign up where people can see it better, and maybe, you know, try to talk to some pedestrians. But yeah, like I said, I'm one person doing this. I know there are others. I hope that they'll also be making some YouTube videos to encourage other people to do it. In the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe on mine, because that'll help me to get to my 1,000 subscribers that I need to be able to live stream this and be more effective. So, thanks for watching. Much appreciated.